What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? So today we're going to check out another Jenny kind of style RDTA. This one coming from GeekVape. This is the Avocado 24. At the moment sitting on the VT75 by H Cigar. Got a dual Clapton coil in here. Just something basic, nothing too fancy. Vaping in this one at around 70 watts. Let's have a vape. Today's e-liquid was sent over by ejuicedirect.com, and today I'm vaping on some of the new French Dude by Vape Breakfast Classics. Now, if you guys remember the Pancake Man, the really good Pancake Man, well, they came out with another e-liquid. This one's called French Dude, and this is pretty much like a blueberry French toast. It's a blueberry French toast with whipped cream and maple syrup, and let me tell you, this is even better, I think, than the Pancake Man. I actually enjoy mixing this one with the Pancake Man. Oh, such a really good vape in the morning with some coffee. The price currently on these, we're looking at $21.99 for a 60 ml bottle. And if you use that coupon code VAPEandFagan, it'll knock $5 off your first purchase from eJuice Direct. I will have links in the description for some French Dude. The Avocado 24 was sent over directly by 3avape.com for the purpose of this review. If you guys are interested in checking one out or picking one up later on after the video, I will have links posted in the description. And currently at the moment, 3A Vape is asking $35.99 for the Avocado 24. So yesterday we actually had a look at another newer Jenny style RDTA, and I really enjoyed that one. So today I figured, you know what, let's do another one. And the Avocado 24 has been pretty popular in the community lately. A lot of people really enjoy this one, so I was really excited to get it, but when I got it, when I built on it, when I vaped on it, I wasn't all that excited. I'll tell you guys why later on in the video, but with all that said, let's dive down, let's get up close and personal with the Avocado 24. Let's have an up close look at the GeekVape Avocado 24. The Avocado 24 is, of course, a 24 millimeter in diameter RDTA, so it does measure 24 millimeters in diameter. I did take a measurement from the bottom to the top of the drip tip. We are looking at 43 millimeters tall. They do include a few different drip tip options on the Avocado. We have an 11 millimeter wide bore Delrin drip tip. This one is threaded into place, so you got to unscrew it in order to remove it. And then they include a Delrin 510 drip tip adapter, which is threaded, and all you got to do is screw this one on. Now, the issue I have with this adapter is that it's very, very tight. They also include a stainless steel 5 millimeter bore drip tip, which is a standard 510 drip tip, and all you got to do is just kind of screw that adapter into place. It does sit nice and flush, but the issue I have is that it's way too tight. Even using the stock drip tip, it's a real pain to get the drip tip in, and then once you get the drip tip in, it's a pain to get it out. I had to actually use another adapter from another Avocado because I ended up getting this one stuck on the drip tip and I just cannot remove it. So be very careful with this adapter because it is really tight, and if you get your drip tip on there too tight, you will not get it off. Working our way down, you will notice we have Avocado engraved onto the top cap. And then the air slots on this one, we got one on one side, one on the other. You can run this in either single coil or dual coil. The airflow options, we have 7 millimeter slots wide open, one on each side. You can also run it with a single 2 millimeter air hole, one on each side. Or you can run it actually in single coil mode with one single 2 millimeter air hole. As you can see, it's closed off on one side. So you do have a few different airflow options on this one. The Avocado does come with two different glass tank sections. We have a frosted glass tank section, and they also offer a clear glass tank section. The tank also will hold up to 5 mLs of e-liquid. At the bottom, we do have some laser etching going on, designed and manufactured by GeekVape. Serial number A0129, B stands for black. And then in the center right there, we do have a gold-plated adjustable 510 pin. Even though it is adjustable, I would not recommend using this one on a hybrid top cap, simply because when the 510 pin is screwed all the way in, as you can see, it does not stick out far enough, so I personally would not feel safe using this on a hybrid top cap. To access the build deck on here, just remove the top cap, and I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure these two sections right here are kind of like press fit together. I've tried really hard to remove these two pieces, and I just cannot remove them for anything. So either they're using a really strong O-ring in there, or they are press fit together. Now the airflow control on this one is really, really loose. At the moment, I don't have any e-liquid in here, and it's still a little on the loose side. Now if I grab the one that I've been using for quite a while, the airflow on this one spins very, very easy. And since your drip tip is kind of connected to the airflow control ring, you do have the chance and the ability to actually accidentally adjust the airflow on this one when you're vaping on it. So I do wish they would tighten up the airflow control on the Avocado. Having a closer look at the build deck, you can see that we have a Velocity style build deck, 2 posts, 4 post holes. The post holes on this one measure 3mm by 2mm. They are using Allen grub screws in the posts. These 4 holes that you see right there are your wicking holes. That's where your cotton is going to go through. These holes measure around 4mm in diameter. And then this little door right here is going to be your fill port. Swing open this little latch. You're presented with 2 3mm holes. One hole you fill it up, the other hole vents. And then when you're done filling your tank, just slide the door shut. The top cap is held on with these 2 beefy O-rings at the top, and it does hold the top cap nice and snug into place. It's not going to loosen up on you or fall off. My only issue is with the airflow control. Now, if you wanted to disassemble the Avocado for any reason, it's pretty easy to do. There are a few more parts than your standard RTA. What you would do is you would unscrew and loosen up and remove the adjustable 510 pin. Once you remove that, you'll notice there is a slotted screw on the inside. Take your flathead screwdriver, and when you loosen up this screw, you'll notice it loosens up the post. Pull that screw out. There we go. You could pop off your post. They are using peak insulators on this one. And then the screw, the 510 screw, should pop right out the bottom. There's your peak insulator again. Slide the screw out. And now you pretty much have access to the tank. If you wanted to remove the tank, just unscrew the deck. And then there's going to be your tank section with your O-rings. And if you wanted to swap out the frosted glass for the clear glass, now would be the time. Now at the moment, this is set up for dual coil only. If you want to run it in single coil, you got to use the provided ceramic plug. Just take the plug, pop it in the 2 wick holes, and those O-rings that are on the plug should hold this in place. You got to kind of mess with it a little bit to get it to lock into place. As you can see there, it is kind of a pain to do it. Might try the other side here. And just kind of keep wiggling it around until eventually those O-rings grab. But like I said, it is kind of a pain to get it actually in there. So that's going to be it pretty much for the Avocado 24. Now we're not going to do a build on this one. And the reason why is because I hate wicking this thing. Now I will show you guys the one that I have been using right here. Same exact one. And the reason why I hate wicking this thing up is because you have to take your cotton and you have to plunge it through the holes and push it down into the tank while at the same time not packing the cotton too tightly. So that's pretty much going to be it for the up close and personal. Let's jump back up and let's have a vape. Alrighty, there you have it guys. Up close and personal with the Avocado 24 sitting on the VT75. Do I got enough liquid in there? There we go. Let's have a vape. putting off a really, really good vape. The flavor I get off this thing is crazy intense. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this really quick. Avocado 24, the original Avocado. Didn't like it, hated it, didn't review it, used it for about a day, and it collected dust. Reason being, no fill port. No fill port on it, and the way you had to wick it up, you had to shove the cotton through the ports, just annoyed the hell out of me. Avocado 24 comes along. Mr. Rip actually said it was one of the best atomizers, I think, from GeekVape. Watched a few reviews, they all praised it. I was really excited to get it. I got it, and just like the original, wicking it up, I didn't like it. I don't like wicking it. It reminds me of a Genesis atomizer. Trying to wick up a Genesis atomizer with cotton. You gotta, like, you know, plug the cotton down in the hole. At the same time, you gotta make sure the cotton's nice and fanned out. Personally, for me, I just don't like that. We do have a fill port now on it, which is much better, but just something about it, I'm just really not enjoying it. It does put out a damn good vape, let me tell you that, but just, I don't know, just really not enjoying it. And I hate to compare products, you know, in a video, but after wicking on the Limitless, wicking on that thing is just so much easier. And then when I come to the Avocado, I get annoyed. I just don't like it. So, yeah. We're going to cut it off there. We're going to go through some of the pros and cons, and then we'll figure it out at the end of the pros and cons if I would recommend it or not. Pro number 1, Velocity style deck. Like all you guys know, Velocity style deck, one of the most easiest decks to build on. Avocado 24, very, very easy to build on. Wicking it, not so much, but building on it is a piece of cake. Pro number 2, the vape I get off here is really, really good. The flavor, very close to an RDA. I really enjoy the flavor, once again, depending on your build. But with all the builds I put on here, I've gotten really, really good flavor. Pro number 3, you can use the Avocado like an RDA. It's pretty much an RDA that sits on top of a tank. So you can wick it up normally, and then you can just use it as a dripper. You can drip through the top, pop the cap off, you can just drip onto the cotton itself. If you over drip, all your liquid's gonna fall into the tank, so you're not gonna leak out. So it is nice to know that you can use it like a dripper or use it like a newer style Jenny tank. The next pro on this one, the fill port. We now have a fill port on the 24. The original one didn't have a fill port. I don't know how they missed that, but we now have a fill port. And the fill port on here, very easy to use. Designed very well. It will accommodate any size bottle. So I do give it a pro for the awesome fill port. And the last pro in this one is going to be the fact that you can run it in either single coil or dual coil mode. So for those of you out there that love your single coil atomizers, the Avocado 24 does do single coil. Alright, so there are the pros. Let's go through some of the cons. Con number 1, the drip tip adapter on here. Ooh, I don't like it. Don't like it at all. It's way, way too tight. When I screw it in, it looks perfect. It's nice and flush, but when I attach the included 510 drip tip, it's way too tight. I had to get a pair of rubber gloves just to pull the drip tip out. Then I ended up damaging the other adapter because I was trying to fit my other drip tips in there. It's just way too tight. So it's going to be very picky about what drip tips it will fit in there. So I am not a fan of the drip tip adapter on this one. The next con, airflow control ring. Don't like it. Way too loose. I can set it wide open 1 minute. I'll vape on it for about a half hour. I'll go back to look at it. It's completely adjusted. They need to tighten up this airflow control ring. The next con for me, personal con, I hate wicking this thing. Wicking it is just a pain. You gotta have these long tails. You gotta try to fit them down into the wicking hole. You gotta shove them down in there. I don't know. It's not my style. I don't like it. Therefore, I'm giving it a con. And the last con on this one, when you run it in single coil mode, that little ceramic plug, that thing is a pain in the ass to try to lock in there. I had to mess around with it for about 5 minutes. I got e-liquid on it. Finally got it in there. I was vaping on it during the week in single coil mode, and that little plug came loose, started wobbling around on the inside. I don't like that. I don't like any types of plugs that I have to plug into my atomizer, whether it be ceramic or silicone. So definitely not a fan of that plug. So there are the pros. I gotta stop doing this. There are the pros. Let's have a, oh shit. Oh, vape. I lost a cap. So at the end of the day, would I recommend the Avocado 24? This one is going to be left up to you. I strongly suggest that you guys watch a few other reviews, watch a few other videos, see what other people think about it. I know a lot of people in the community really like the Avocado series, but personally for me, I didn't like the version 1, and I'm not really enjoying the version 2. But once again, it's a personal preference, simply because there's other options out there that give off just as good of a vape, if not better, and they're much less of a hassle. So, you know, even though this one puts out a good vape, it's not to my liking when it comes to building on it and using it. So, like I said, this one's left up to you. Do your homework, do your research, and see what you guys think. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to everyone very, very soon. Make sure you guys build safe and vape on.